Hey YouTube, Dylan Red here. I'm so excited right now to be doing this video. It's so cool to have zombies back. Last night I watched the reveal video of zombies and just my hype levels are through the roof right now. It just feels so good to have zombies back. We didn't have zombies with Modern Warfare, and that's probably a good thing because Modern Warfare was a shit game, and the zombies probably would have been shit as well in that game. So, we've had a year-long hiatus, and just all that waiting, it's just reignited my passion for zombies, and I'm just so excited to be playing it this November and cracking these Easter eggs and all that. I'm just so excited to be doing content on it again. Um, so we're going to be talking about the reveal. I did the title like "Was it good?" with a question mark because titles like that are normally pretty good for getting viewership. But I'm just going to let you guys know right now that it was amazing, this reveal. It wasn't a live stream, but the video was just incredible, and it's sold me and it's sold so many of the fans. A lot of the a lot of people were kind of like, is zombies, like they're questioning if zombies was gonna die, because of Black Ops 4. But this reveal has got us all hook, line, and sinker, and we're just all ready for this next zombies game. And it just seems like the whole fan base is back in full force, and it's so great to see. Um, so I'm giving Treyarch the biggest W here for this reveal. It was incredible. It looks classic old zombies, but they're also innovated as well. And I don't know, some of these new changes look absolutely interesting. So we're going to talk about the whole lot, and it's just incredible. So let's just talk about it bit by bit. I wrote down notes here, so I can just talk about each point bit by bit, so I don't forget anything, and I can just cover everything in this video because I'm just so excited to be talking about this right now. There's been a lot of concerns from some fans, since Jason Blundell's departure. Is the storyline gonna be good? Some people worried about that. After them killing off the Primus characters and the Ultimus characters, they're like, where's zombies gonna go from here? Jason Blundell created so many cool maps with like Mob of the Dead and that, and Origins. But I'm not concerned at all. Craig Houston is still, developing the storyline, and it just looks great. What I know some fans probably wanted something new, like nothing, anything Ether related, but that's like a small minority of fans. A lot of the fans would have lost interest if it wasn't connected to Ether at all. And that's what happened with Chaos, because it didn't have any of that Ether connection. That story just became dead so fast. I love that this story is still connected to the Ether, and I love that it's actually a sequel to Tag to Toten. There won't be Primus, there won't be Ultimus, but there's still some characters from the Ether storyline in this. We figured out, pretty early on actually, that Samantha Maxis is in this game, and she's older now, and that is so awesome. Because they played like in the cutscene, they played Samantha's lullaby when she was walking up to the telephone, and also when she types in the numbers into the phone, it spells out Maxis. So I think that's just confirmation right there, that Samantha is back. Her name is Sam. Weaver was calling her Sam, and I think that's just all the confirmation you need that Sam is in this game. That's what I love about this, is like Craig Houston, he's developing a newish type story, but he's not forgetting the past. He's respecting the past, and I love that they're making this a sequel to Black Ops 4 and all that. but it's not going to have any of that bullshit in there. There's still a Dark Aether, and Craig Houston said that, the characters sacrifice themselves, Primus and Ultimus, to collapse the multiverse and get rid of all the corruption and the zombies. And he said they're half right. So what I think he means there is that they did collapse the multiverse, but they're still zombies because something's happened in the real world. They've been tampering with things, humans, and they're causing things to spew out from the Dark Aether. So I'm so happy that they've kept the Dark Aether, and they've kept Samantha Maxis, and also we can't forget about Eddie, because Eddie left the Dark Aether with Samantha in Tag to Toten at the ending. So there's going to be an older Eddie, all grown up, just like Samantha, out there. So Edward Richtofen, I wouldn't be surprised at all if he shows up somewhere in this game, maybe later on. I wouldn't be surprised at all. So, and in this game, there's been some complaints that we're playing as operators and not a cast of characters. I don't mind it personally. There's still characters, but they're going to be in like the cutscenes and that. You got Samantha Maxis, and I love that they brought in some campaign characters as well, like Weaver. He was in the cutscene. He looks like he's controlling the task force that has to deal with the zombie outbreak. So I love that. That's got like a campaign connection. And in the trailer, there's also Frank Woods, so he's going to be a playable character as well. So you can choose one of the operators or Frank Woods. And I'm guessing you can probably play as like Hudson, Mason, and who's that new character, Adler. I'm guessing you could choose all those characters. But I wouldn't be surprised later on in the DLCs if there's a cast of characters, like a main cast of characters. Like maybe we get to play as maybe not Weaver, because he looks like he's one of those like one of those mastermind types who controls the chess pieces from the sidelines. But we might get to play as Samantha Maxis later on, because now she's all grown up. She probably knows how to use a weapon, and people have always wanted to play as Samantha Maxis. So here you go. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if later in the DLCs, Samantha Maxis, you can play as her, and maybe Eddie as well. So Eddie might show up later, and you might be able to play as him. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all if those characters are playable later on. But I think they're doing the operator thing like this at the moment because they did throw Easter eggs for Samantha in the trailer, but they don't want to reveal her completely yet. So they want you to play as operators first and keep that still a secret. Us Die Hard fans know the truth, but the casuals don't. So they're gonna reveal that later on, and I guess once they do reveal that this is actually Samantha Maxis, maybe in one of the ending cutscenes to the Easter egg or something, then maybe we get to play as her later on. So I'm just loving that there's connection to the old Aether storyline still, and there's some familiar characters that they didn't go full on new, because I think some fans would have lost interest for sure. But yeah, that's enough about the story and the characters. Let's talk about some other things like the map. The map looks awesome, and I love that for this new start, they're going back to the start. They're going back to Nakatoten, and it's been graffitied up. The map layout looks pretty awesome. There's this underground area. I think that's probably where the device, because the map's called D Machine, and there's this machine, and I think this machine is what is causing the zombie outbreak. So I think this machine somehow maybe harnessed the Dark Aether, and that's caused all these things to spew out from it. So there's this underground area where the machine's going to be. You got your Nakatoten area, and you also got this like this snowy outside area as well, and there's also like a night version I think of this map. Like maybe the longer you play this map, the it goes from daytime to nighttime, because when they showed the Jug Machine and Frank Woods, it went to nighttime and there was like all this crazy vivid colors, and there was like this jellyfish as well. It was just so weird. So maybe when maybe like the darker ether like causes all this weird trippy stuff, like with the jellyfishes and all that and the colors. Like there's just so much they could do, and I just love that they still keeping the ether side of it still there, like the dark ether side connection to it, because that's what caused the zombies in the old games, and I love it that they're still like making the dark ether the cause of it. So it's probably going to be a like daytime gameplay and also nighttime as well. So I also like the gameplay. I thought it looks so different, but it also looks classic as well. That's what like it doesn't look like, I don't know, it just looks completely different, and I like that because I'm just so curious like how is it gonna play, and they've made all these changes which I'm excited about just to see like how it plays and that, because I'm always excited for innovation, and they've done plenty of that with this game. It looks classic, but it also looks so different and new, and I just like that combination. So I'm excited about the gameplay. Let's talk about the zombie types, and later on I'll talk on like the classes you can make and the score streaks and that. So first let's touch on the zombie types. The zombie types, there's so many different types. You got your normal zombies. There looks like there's going to be a catalyst zombie. I'm not going to complain about it yet because they might be a bit different, but that's one thing I didn't like about Black Ops 4 was the catalyst zombies. So that might be a hit or miss thing. We just got to wait and see. I'm not going to judge it too early. There's also a hazmat zombie, and it like spews out all this like, I don't know what it is, like maybe like acid or radioactive shit. I don't know, but there's a hazmat zombie, and I'm guessing you would have to keep your distance against that zombie because it will try and vomit this stuff on you. Well, that's what it did in the trailer anyway. There's also this big brute zombie. I'm guessing that's like the boss zombie. You know how you like when you play on Voyage to Despair, you got those guys with the with the like that, those big like zombies, like in 9 there's a zombie that they're called gladiators in that. So I'm guessing like that big brute is kind of like that type of boss zombie, and they're probably gonna like that zombie's probably gonna show up like at round 10, something like that. Kind of like how like the Magua did, and also like the Panzer. So that's what I'm guessing what that type of zombie is. It wasn't in the trailer, but there was a picture of that zombie, and it looks so like, it looks so awesome. That big brute zombie. It looks so cool. It kind of looks like World War II-ish. It's got like this big helmet on it's got this helmet on its head, and it just looks like it's designed for war. So maybe that's what these Russians and that are doing. They're trying to create an army of zombies, kind of like the World War II storyline maybe. There's also these dogs, but they don't look like hellhounds. They're a bit different. They look like radioactive, and I don't know, they just look so different. It's kind of hard to explain, but you already know what they look like because you watched the trailer before you started watching this video. I'm also curious, will there be a boss fight? I think there has to be, because that's just the perfect formula for zombie Easter eggs. Is you go for this hard quest, and then you go into this epic boss fight, and I'm curious, if there is going to be a boss fight. I hope there is, and if there is, like, what is this crazy boss going to look like? I'm just so excited. I love that about Easter eggs, is unlocking the boss fight and then fighting something so crazy. I just love that whole journey, so I'm excited for that. Let's talk about the classes and this new change they made, like with score streaks. Um, I actually like these new changes. It's going to be so different, and I think it might be really fun. Imagine like calling in like a chopper gunner. Um, I'm thinking you would have to probably call it in like when you're outside of Nukta and Toten, so all the zombies go outside, and then you just call in the chopper gunner and you just like mow them all down. I just think that's going to be so cool, and like, um, there's just so many cool score streaks they could do, and could be so fun just watching them destroy zombies. Like, imagine if they bring back like attack dogs, and then you call them the attack dogs, and you just watch these pack of dogs just running out and just like killing all the zombies. That'd be so fun. I'm just curious though, like when you call in a score streak though, like a chopper gunner, is it going to be possible for solo? Because you're going to be controlling it, and your playable character still going to be out in the field. So, will zombies like still be able to attack you and kill you, or that's just a question mark. Because if that is the case, you're going to have to call in score streaks that don't have to be controlled. So like attack dogs, where you just call them in, and then the dogs just like run around and kill everything. Um, and I'm wondering if you'll get to use like score streaks like a UAV. I, I don't think that should be in zombies like a UAV, because that, I guess it would be helpful because it would show you like where all the zombies are spawning on like a mini map. But like I'm really good at zombies and I'm really experienced, so I don't need a UAV to show me where the zombies are, because I just got map awareness, and I'm always checking my back, so I don't really need something like a UAV. So I'm just wondering, like, is all score streaks going to be available, if it's only going to be a certain type, and if certain streaks, like, because we saw the chopper gunner get used in the trailer, but can you only use that in co-op because zombies will attack your body? Like, we just don't know. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out. But if zombies can still attack you when you're playing solo, I'll be running streaks like attack dogs, because I heard attack dogs are returning in this game, which is so awesome because I love them in the older CODs. I used to always run like attack dogs in like World at War and stuff like that. So expect me to be running that shit. And like, I wonder how it's gonna all work. Like, is the like, what I was about to say, I lost my train of thought. Like, how's it going to work? Like, how much zombies do you need to kill to earn the score streak? I'm guessing it's going to be more than like multiplayer, of course, but like, I just wonder like how many rounds would it take to earn these score streaks? It's just going to be so interesting. I know some people weren't excited about this change, but I actually think it might be a lot of fun, and it'll just create some crazy like chaotic gameplay, and I just think that'd be so fun to like use score streaks to destroy like a whole horde of zombies. That would be just so cool. Um, but yeah, if you earn these score streaks, you don't have to use them. Like, if you're worried like it's going to make the gameplay too easy, like, you just don't have to use them. Also, I want to say like, I also like the class system, like, with the weapons. Um, I like that you can like take in like an assault rifle, or you can take in a submachine gun. If you're worried if that's gonna make like the gameplay too easy as well, you don't have to do that. You can just like um, just go in with a pistol if you want. Like, you don't have to do it, but the option's there if you want to change it up. If you want to go in with a shotgun or a submachine gun or assault rifle, you got the option there. So if you don't like it, you don't have to do it. There's only a couple of minutes left to this recording, so I kind of have to get through these points fast, because I only got a certain amount of time with this gameplay to actually record audio to it. So I want to talk about perks. I love that they're bringing back the classics. That's what everyone hated about like Black Ops 4, is that they changed something that wasn't necessary, and people just hated the new perk system. So I love that they're bringing back the old classics, like Jug. Like, that's that one. Of course they put it in the trailer because the fans are already like ready. That's all you had to do was show Jug, and like fans are already ready to buy the game. So it's just so awesome to see those old perks back, and also to have the jingles, because they didn't have jingles in Black Ops 4, and it just got rid of like so much of the personality of the perks, because they didn't have that jingle anymore, so it didn't make any of the perks different. You know, it was just, that was such a cool thing about the old CODs, is you go up to the perk machine and you hear the jingle. So it's cool that they brought that back. And I also love that they revamped some of the visuals to some of the perks. Like Deadshot Daiquiri used to look so basic in the past, and they they changed up the look of it, and it looks so awesome now. It's gonna probably make people want to buy Deadshot now, you know, because people used to never buy that perk, and now they might feel, you know, feel like they want to because of how badass it looks. So that's awesome. Um, yeah, I love that. There's also cross progression, cross play, cross gen. You know, that's one thing I didn't like about older CODs, is like, if you want to level up in zombies, you'd have to play zombies, and if you wanted to level up in multiplayer, you'd have to play multiplayer, and it was just like, you know, it was just so much. I like that now that all your progression is going to be carried over in every game mode you play. So I love that. So if you're leveling up weapons, you can do it in zombies, and your weapon will still be leveled up in um, in multiplayer. That change needed to be happen like a long time ago, and I'm happy that they finally did it. This recording's getting near the end, so I'm going to just do the outro now. There was just a lot of thoughts had to get out there, and I'm sorry this video went for so long, but I was just so excited, and I just want to cover everything. So expect content in the future. I'm excited to be doing the Easter eggs when this map comes out. The map looks awesome. I'm sold. I've already bought the game. I've already pre-ordered it, and I just can't wait to play it. So expect, there my character died, but yeah, just expect content. I'm gonna be doing solo Easter egg content, because I know a lot of YouTubers don't cover solo, so I wanna do that for you guys, because I'm actually a really good solo player, and I can make it like more simple, so it's like easier. Like I can make the steps more easier for you guys. So I can't wait to do that. Anyway, if you like this video, like it and subscribe. And peace, guys.